They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve for the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team. Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Check, walk 54. Nice, sweetheart.
Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. The headshots here are the offensive unit, and what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing is Allen on third. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This is taken at the 15. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. the gun. They'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Hey, Delta. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Come. 54, Mike.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A look at the numbers a week ago for Lindsey. 14 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Allen into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Cut. Hey! Right there. 54, right there.
They'll run here with Balaj. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Ready? 54. Mike 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. There goes.
He'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now Balaj. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Second and 13. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
49, guys. Mike, 49. I got to go.
They'll drop the throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
That's all right.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
Check three.
Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum? One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Second and 9 now. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Gator. Block 49. That's what I do.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
Well, it certainly is, but he eats up ground and he usually goes up and gets it.
They'll set up to throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give to Smith out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
First foray into the red zone for Miami. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Looking to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Just like that.
Balaj. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Balaj with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Allen's throw is complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. On play action, they'll throw. Out to his left. He'll run it. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got Green. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Dolphins first down. 60-or. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine. Let's go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
At the 41-yard line.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Watch the app.
2nd and 5. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Down. 90 Wolf. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And a completion to Wilson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Albert Wilson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona, and the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
Ready. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Watch the run. They're running it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Green brings it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Hey, Foxtrot. Watch out. Check Mike 54. Shoot.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Go.
They'll look to throw here. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
We own them.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. This is caught, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes off.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kicked.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Mike 4. It's our time. It's our time.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He'll return it from the 6. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't fazed them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check the out, check the out, check the out.
A first down carry for Smith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. He's got daylight past the 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Rolling to his left. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Don't go this way.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Back now in Miami. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. He's going to walk one into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
They run it with Balaj. Bulldozes past him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
6-6, pull it high. Big rip, big rip.
They'll look to throw. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Albert Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Allen. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The Bills on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He gets it to Cooks. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and lead the game out that way.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Pick the edge. Come. 22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber. Say go.
Again, it's Balaj. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
Now back to throw. And Wilson has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Ready. Get it.
Here's a run with Balaj. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kalen Balaj, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills cut into that lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 6 yards in the first down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. On first down, Allen. This one complete to the running back, Lindsay. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And again, it's Allen. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Dolphins, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm ready to 10, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take